How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Blowfish Breakdown. Noah Adcock-Howeth here with you as we creep ever closer to opening day on May 26th against the Macon Bacon. We're here today with Colby Seltzer coming back for his second year with the Blowfish out of Tarleton State in Texas. Colby, how's it going, man?
Going good, man. Going good.
Awesome to hear. We can't wait to get you back down to South Carolina for year two with us. But first off, how's things going for the Texans?
Well, I mean, it's been a tough start, but we're finally, I think, starting to hit our stride, and we're going to start winning some ball games here soon.
How's about for you personally? How you swinging it at the plate?
Personally, it's okay right now. A lot of room to get better. Off to a good start, seeing the ball well, having good at bats, and just kind of waiting to start things to go my way.
So, I mean, Tarleton, it's in its first couple of years as a D1. It's kind of a program not a lot of people know a ton about outside of the state of Texas, I think. So if you could kind of sum up what the school is like, what the program's like, how would you describe it?
Well, school, small school. They call it the best kept secret in Texas. We're trying to change that. We want people to know about it. Like we're trying to build something that people like kids are going to grow up and want to come here and play baseball here. And so, school's in Stephenville, Texas. It's a cowboy capital of Texas. So, it's pretty cowboy. It's your typical Texas town, it's small. So it's a true college town, true college experience. And, I love it.
I mean, you love it enough to have picked it twice. If we could talk about that for a sec, because you were there out of high school for 1 year. You kind of raked more for average than power, at least your freshman year. You went to North Central Texas for 1 year and then went back. So what made you choose it the first time? Why did you leave and why did you come back again?
Well, first time I went there to high school, went there for the coach, Brian Conger. He was doing a lot of things with driveline and a lot of things that other coaches, were kind of scared to do, I guess. So I wanted to go learn about it, learn all about it, and see how good I could be, and he's a great coach, great person. And halfway through, so like Christmas break time, he got a job with the Rangers. And so he went to go take that, which I can't blame him at all. I mean, like that's why you get into coaching is to, move up levels and so you can provide your family with a better life. And so that's what the opportunity he had. So he took that. And then, we went through that year. It was a rough year. And so I went junior college. I want to go see how good I could be. And then my junior college year was COVID year. So it got cut short. So from a recruiting standpoint, I had Tarleton had offered and University of Ward in San Antonio. So I went to go visit Incarnate Ward and just right in the middle of San Antonio, big city and stuff like that. And that's not me. And so, and Tarleton always felt like home.
And it seems like it's continued to feel like that. How do you think though that at North Central Texas, how you think that one really like matured you as a player and as a person? Because everybody, I mean, I know you got the flag up behind you on the wall. When you're a bandit, it's a point of pride. So what was that? What did that do for you?
For sure. I mean, Juco, shapes you into a man, I think, the things you go through and the things you experience there are they're not the best, obviously. Like there's a video on Twitter I saw they had to hike through a creek to go to their game because their bus broke down. Like that's just JUCO stuff. That's the stuff that happens. But I think JUCO is the closest thing to pro ball that you can get to because it's all on your own for the most part. Like we had our morning lifts twice a week, but twice a week isn't enough. And so you have to hold yourself accountable, and then you have your practice and extra hitting and stuff. And the coaches are going to play the best players. That's the bottom line. Everybody's there for one reason is to get out, get as good as you can and then get out. And so it's selfish in that point, but then also when every single guy has that same mindset, it creates a bond. And, JUCO is some of the best times of your life.
Sounds like it. I mean, you're not the first and you won't be the last to kind of blow up JUCO as something to mold you in. It's good to hear another story of like not just that you survived the horrors, but that it felt like a positive experience at the end. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. You embrace the suck is what we used to always say.
Absolutely. So how did a kid from just outside of Fort Worth end up coming to Lexington County first last summer, and then what's bringing you back?
Well, so Coach Mead, our head coach here at Tarleton, he had coached in the CPL before. And so he had some connections there. And, he basically just asked me out of South Carolina some. So I was like, I'm in, like good league, good teams, really cool experience. And so, I'm not scared to travel for a summer. I spent my first summer for college baseball up in Canada. And so, new country all myself. So I think that's part of it, is going out and seeing new parts of the country, world, whatever, meet new people, seeing new things.
What do you
I mean,
think really was the difference between playing up in Canada, up in Saskatchewan versus Lexington County? Because they're both solid leagues, but I assume they're vastly different.
oh yeah, because people in South Carolina love their baseball. Up there it's more hockey. It's not as big of a deal. So, I mean, just being around people who love baseball and enjoy the game and know the game too, it makes it special.
Was South Carolina like, did it feel like kind of a home away from home? Were you able to get yourself settled in? Did you enjoy your time there when you weren't at the ballpark? Is I guess what you're asking.
Oh, absolutely. My host mom, Debbie Tier, she was awesome. Off days spent at the lake with the boys, and then the travel and everything. It was awesome. So, I mean, that's exactly why I'm coming back. I knew that as soon as right at the end of the season, Coach Fico, he asked me if I did something I want to do again. I said, absolutely.
We're glad you're coming back. You same host family, or do you know yet?
I think so. As of right now, yes, that's a plan.
That's awesome. Love being able to get that continuity, get you back. I'm sure they're excited to have you again.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm pumped.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about Hazlitt. Tell me about where you're from.
Well, it was a really small town in Texas, just kind of right outside Fort Worth. Um, but now it's just blown up. I mean, it's a huge town. The high school there was a 3A when we moved there. Now there's two 6A high schools, which is our biggest classification of high school in Texas. And so the area just kind of expanded and kept expanding. I mean, I love it. It's my home. Moved there in 2006 from California, from Southern California, and it's where I've been ever since.
And you were part of like the first ever grad class at Eaton. So I mean, I guess that's
Yeah.
kind of part of what it was like when you say it's blowing up. But was that a little strange when there was no type of tradition, no type of legacy at that school? You kind of had to build everything for yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it was weird for sure. So when they split the high schools, it was Northwest High School and Eaton High School. I spent my freshman year at Northwest. It's been around forever, super old school, bunch of tradition. And we went to Eaton. It was just freshman and sophomore class, and I was at sophomore class. So we pretty much had to come up with everything, tradition wise, everything. We got to choose the mascot, colors, all that stuff. So it was a really cool experience to have that and be able to like build that, and then now look back, because my sister was 2 years behind me in the same high school, and so it was really cool looking back at all the traditions that we built, and they still doing them.
Yeah, I'm sure. Kind of being able to see a legacy already created. That's got to be strange to be still in college, but see that like what you made is now still a thing.
Oh, for sure.
What about off the field? Like, what are your passions on the off days outside of workouts and stuff like that?
I mean, I really don't do much. I like to hang out, fish when I can. I like to fish, play some video games here or there, but really I just like to get off my feet and relax, recover, watch movies, YouTube, whatever.
You got a favorite like movie, TV shows, or something that like you kind of hold on to?
Breaking Bad was my favorite TV show,
Nice.
and it's not close.
Not close.
Not close.
You from Texas? You a Friday Night Lights guy?
Oh yeah, for sure. Seen it twice. The
On
whole
a scale
series.
of 1 to 10, how accurate do you think it is about like small town Texas living?
I'd probably give it a 9 out of 10 for sure. It's really close. A lot of it's pretty dramatic for the most part, but it's really close.
Yeah, I'm sure. What about like with your degree and stuff? You got any type of idea what you want to do after graduation with that or with something else?
So yeah, my kinesiology degree, kind of do. I'm thinking personal training. The main goal that I want to have though is to eventually open up my own place, like my own gym, have batting cages, turf area, so I can do multiple different sports in one area and have a full weight room in there for my personal training.
So you want
So
to kind of combine the like hitting facilities that are popping up everywhere while still having like that weight room portion, be able to multitask kind of.
yeah, exactly. Kind of make it like a multifunctional facility.
Yeah, well, I mean, between the degree and the D1 baseball experience, it seems like you'd be uniquely positioned for something like that, where you can have legitimate experience and expertise in both
For
both
sure.
assets.
For sure.
So yeah, I think that's about it. Is there anything else that you want to say directly to the Lexington fans, or anything you want to get out there about yourself so people know you when they see you again for year two?
No, I mean, just summer 2022 is going to be fun. I'm pumped to get back out there with the boys. We got a lot of same guys coming back, a lot of new guys coming in, look to be like really good players and good people. And so excited to get out there, give you guys something worth watching.
Absolutely. And we can't wait to have you back. That big bat in the middle of the lineup, we know it's going to be a good one, and we can't wait to have it. We really can't wait to get going. Thank y'all so much for watching, Colby. Thanks for stopping by. We really appreciate it. Can't wait for opening day.
Thank you, man.